Hello everyone, this is the Underdog, aka the German Viking, and I've come across an article or a blog or whatever you want to label this as, where you have a individual going on Medium, making a blog, so to speak, to basically point the finger yet again at Gamergate. So from A Khalid. Published August 31st. Alec Holoka, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce this. I just have to figure out how to pronounce this. Died, Gamergate readying to exploit the tragedy. See, the glaring irony of this article or blog, whatever you want to call this, is you're actually doing what you're accusing others of doing. That's the goddamn irony of this. The playbook of 2014 era Gamergate is being pulled out again. Okay, so what evidence does this guy have? Tragedy grifting has become Gamergate's main currency of choice. Or really? Do you have any evidence of this? After dozens of women and non-binary people came out in stern opposition against sexual abuse, what does this have to do with Gamergate? Inadequate pay and workplace discrimination. Again, what does this even have to do with Gamergate? Predominant staple in the gaming industry. Now a new event is likely to shift the tides in their favor back again. When was it not in our favor? All of what Anti-Gamergate has done is screech and call everyone a Nazi for asking for transparency and ethics. Boggles the mind. Just boggles the mind. After game composer Alec Holoka, one of many who the accusations centered around, was pronounced dead via suicide this Saturday morning. It didn't take long for Gamergate to take this into the streets. What? Into the How is Twitter the streets? And how is making video? That sentence makes no sense. Protesting it as a failure of cancel culture. Yeah, well, how is it not? How Zoe Quinn wanted to basically ruin this guy's life, and she succeeded with him committing suicide. Jeremy, the quartering humbly, already milked the tragedy for views. How? Covering something is not exploiting it. By painting a target on Zoe Quinn and other victims, Zoe Quinn just did this fine by herself. She's the one that caused this. No one else. Target on Zoe Quinn and other victims back less than an hour after the news broke. In their view, because accusations were unsubstantiated. Oh my god. Because the accusations were substantiated, this gave no right to Quinn to accuse Holoka of sexual abuse. Isn't the basic thing we have in our society is innocent until proven guilty? What the hell is this guy talking about? How can you support someone of accusing someone of horrendous things and then defend them even when they don't have evidence? Holy hell. Holding them captive in his apartment and blacklisting them from getting further gigs in the industry. But herein lies the problem already. Holocaust's sister, when announcing the death of her brother, confirmed the allegations were true. How? Let's actually look at what is actually linked here. This doesn't make any goddamn sense. Yeah, so you're linking to something that's behind a protected tweet. That's brave and stunning. How does this confirm anything? You link to something that can't be proven. I mean, stunning and brave, stunning and brave. Let's continue. So making the opposite claim would be the harshest disrespect to her family in a time where his death should be a learning moment for all. First of all, so you're linking to the sister of the guy. Not even Zoe Quinn has to prove what she's saying. So you're just referring to a tweet where she's allegedly saying that this is true. That's some astonishing logic that you got there. So making the opposite claim would be the harshest disrespect to our family in a time where his death should be a learning moment for all. Yeah, maybe it should be a learning moment to you and Zoe Quinn and everyone else trying to ruin people's lives based on no evidence at all. To duly consider supporting mental health. Oh my god, go fuck yourself. Holy shit. They are actually on a pedestal preaching condescendingly that we have to actually consider mental health organizations across the globe not to exploit the tragedy for further harassment against this victim. Go fuck yourself, man. Holy shit. This is the exact same thing Anita Sarkeesian did on Twitter. To grave dance and use mental health as a shield when you're actually the part of the problem. Go fuck yourself, man. Sorry. This really gets me angry. To put things into a proper context, Alec has always had some form of suicide ideation. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't screw with someone's life where they're vulnerable. Maybe you should not talk shit like this you did in your previous paragraph and support Zoe Quinn. According to Zoe Quinn's testimony in his own sister obituary, as these words are being penned, Zoe's Twitter account has vanished off the internet. Oh, such a tragedy. It's such a tragedy that she's running from responsibility of what she has done. Presumably signaling that they're getting a new round of harassment. Oh, go fuck yourself, man. That's not the reason. Harassment from people who thought the Alex situation could have been better handled. Wow. So, even after all this, Zoe Quinn is the victim. Amazing. Just amazing. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. What this better handling looks like warrants a thorough examination. The first presumption is that if done through the proper channels, Zoe would have handled much better chance at exacting justice against Alec without him taking his own life. Yeah, she could have gone to the police, but she didn't. She went to Twitter. The problem is that, according to recent studies, less than 1% of rape cases lead to final convictions. A number that is so low that the margin of error is easily within the hundreds of thousands. So, yeah, so let's just go on Twitter and ruin a guy's life without any proof. But I thought 1 out of 4 women get raped or something during their lifetime. But none of them can prove it. That doesn't make even any sense. So we should just go on Twitter and use the court of public opinion to have a trial on people without any evidence. That makes so much sense, you goddamn idiots. A number that is so low that the margin of error is easily within the hundreds of thousands, if not millions. Furthermore, the one we had the Me Too moment, to a credit for Harvey Weinstein, had just recently reached a settlement agreement with his accusers at a whopping $44 million. If privileged white men can buy themselves out of a crime, yeah, let's just ignore something like Andy Signore, Brett Kavanaugh, Brian Banks, etc., etc. Holy shit, dude. It is not within the realm of possibility that even when going through trial, Alec could have gotten a very generous plea deal, which does not at all match up. Yeah, but it didn't even go to trial. She didn't even go to the police. Jesus Christ. So he's guilty until proven innocent. Hong Kong will live in a clown world. So we just should presume guilt out of anyone who gets accused out of for anything. Jesus. The gravity in which so claiming in the legal system is in any way qualified to handle this situation borders the line of insanity so thin that it could almost leap off its edge. Yeah, so let's never prove anything because the courts only take evidence into consideration when putting someone in jail. Jesus, you are insane. There's also the usual line of cancel culture is unequivocally bad. While I agree with that sentiment on the surface level, with what Alec Holowka did was nothing short of abhorrent. Allegedly. There's... Jesus. You're just assuming now he's guilty. This is so unethical to post this. The man wielded his influence to bar a fellow woman in gaming... fellow women in the gaming industry from protesting their mistreatment. So what is the evidence? So you're linking to a Newsweek article where Zoe is accusing him without any evidence. So let's read. I've been selling about this for almost my entire career. I can't do it anymore. Sorry if this is rambling and messy. I'm scared shitless to be out an industry legend like this, but I can't live with a secret anymore. So she went on Twitter, and that's your evidence in this article. Okay. Jesus Christ. If Holowka's response to being accused of sexual abuse and general symptoms of wow, you're calling me a sociopath. Wow, is to deny himself the right to live. There's a great reason to believe he did it out of guilt. Holy shit. What the fuck? Holy shit. You're out of your goddamn mind. You're not only assuming he's guilty, you know he's guilty because he committed suicide. I just can't even more. What the hell? Wow. Not wrongful judgment. Zoe Quinn also had their issues with suicides. Yeah, because she's the victim here. And to just toss theirs inside in favor of siding with a known abuser. It's no longer alleged, it's known abuser. Just because his death somehow metaphysically absolved him of his actions. Well, what's next? Are we going to start making amends with Jeffrey Epstein because a god overslept his surveillance shift? How does this have anything to do with Jeffrey Epstein? This is a full equivalence. Culpability makes Conant for suicide. So you're a psychologist now as well. Where's your degree in psychology? Jesus fucking Christ. But it shouldn't be the revisionist lens through which we view history. You're the one who's revisionist, making up shit on the fly here. What ended up taking Alec Holowka's life wasn't Zoe Quinn coming forth with a story. So what was it then? You fucking idiot. It was the notion of men keep being instructed from a very young age that women's sole reason to deter is to be their own therapist. To put up colossal amounts of emotional labor for which they are not compensated, but rather ridiculed. Phrasing it any other way not only strips Alec of responsibility regarding his accusations, but falsely assigns blame to people, among whom is who is Quinn, who out of concern for his own health and safety chose not to disclose his identity when they alluded to him in the initial round of accusations when Gamergate took 5 years ago. I don't even know what to say to this shit. Now you're actually know what Alex was like when he was young, and he was being instructed from a very young age. Jesus, this is so much cancer. Unfortunately, Gamergate will likely take this as a win. How is this a win? How someone lost their life? This isn't a match where we keep scores. Somebody lost their life, and you're going off assuming he's guilty. You're the exact fucking problem in this industry. You're basically saying he did it without any proof. And Zoe Quinn is the victim because she also had suicidal thoughts. But because he took suicide, he's responsible and he was guilty. What? The logic is out of the fucking world. Hong Kong. This guy is delusional. How should anyone be happy? Why are we keeping... I just can't. Why is this some sort of scorekeeping? What? With the irony of Zoe Quinn having contemplated suicide, allegedly, when Holocaust subjected them to undue emotional and physical torture. Yeah, she's the victim here. Go fuck yourself. Skipping over their head, but that's to expected from a movement. It's not a movement, you moron. For which falsehood is not working of reality to avoid, but the very source of their fraudulent crusade after gaming journalism and the gaming industry. You are out of your goddamn fucking mind. So Zoe Quinn, who is responsible for all of this, is the victim, and we should feel sorry for her because she had suicidal thoughts. But a guy who has had mental problems, let's just accuse him of stuff, and he's guilty because he took suicide. He took his own life. This is so much cancer. I don't even know what to say to this. Where this guy is claiming that we should keep score. This is a tragedy, and these people are just using and exploiting this to get attention. I don't even anymore. I think I'm just gonna stop here. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye.